going to be able to do this on camera, but you guys get the idea. I'll show you what it looks like. Welcome to my channel. Today we're getting into 3 looks with the new Anastasia Norvina Collection Pro Pigment Palette Volume 4. It is so pretty. I've been so obsessed with this palette, and if you guys missed my last 2 videos over this palette, I did swatches, first impressions in one video, and then I compared this to the original Norvina palette. So today we're getting into a look, and I'm feeling very pinky today, so we're gonna kind of focus on the pinky colors, I think. So let's get on into this. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, and we're gonna get into this first look. All right, so the first shade I'm gonna grab is D2, which is the yellow shade, and I'm gonna really pack this on this, like, underneath my brow part of my eye. And then I'm gonna take E1, which is a little bit of a softer pink out of the palette, and I'm gonna put this one in my crease, and I'm not gonna blend it all the way to the yellow just yet, and I'm gonna kind of flick it out. I feel like I look like Power Ranger. And then I'm gonna take the shade E5, the like hot pink out of the palette. This one's probably gonna stain my eyes. And then I'm gonna put this one in my outer corner, and I'm gonna kind of wing it out as well, but I'm trying to keep it a little lower than that other pink, so it's a little bit more noticeable. And then I just switched to a smaller blending brush and lightly taking it into my crease and just kind of helping flicking it out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take the shade E4, which is that kind of burgundy type shade. I'm gonna blend this one underneath my lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade D1, and I'm gonna put this in the front part of my crease, just kind of deepening up. And then I'm gonna take the shade A2, which is that shimmer, and I'm gonna wet it and put it all over my lid. Oh, this shade is gorgeous. Wow, this shade is so pretty. And then I'm gonna take that yellow shade again. What is it? Ooh, D2. And I'm gonna put it on my inner corner. And then I'm gonna take the shade A1, and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner with this one. And then I'm gonna take the Fenty Fly Pencil in Purple Stuff, and I'm gonna put this in my waterline, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back. All right, and this is the finished look. I did a little wing and some lashes, and then for my lips I used the Fenty Beauty Stena Lip Paint in Unlocked because I thought it matched this matte pink that I have in my crease really well. And then I also highlighted my cheeks with the shade A2 that I have on my lid, and I think it looks stunning. I am so obsessed with this shade. It's like pink and bluish duochrome and glittery and magical. But I also had some requests real quick to compare the pink shades to the pink shades from the Volume 4 palette and the Volume 1 palette together, and I wanted to hold them up for you guys so you can see if I can do this. These palettes are huge. Oh, the lighting. Oh my gosh. This is a disaster. This is the Volume 1, this is the Volume 4. You can see these shades are a lot more of a true hot pink, while these shades are definitely more of a purpley pink. The only similarities is A2 and E5 from this palette, and I'm gonna swatch those because I find that these two are the same. So this is E5 from the Volume 4 palette, and this one is the A5 from the Volume 1 palette. So you guys can see the differences there. One is a little bit more neon, which is the Volume 4. So this is Volume 4 and this is Volume 1. It's really hard to tell on my skin tone on camera, but yes. Those are the only two that I would say are really noticeably similar. And then I also had some questions about the volume 3 palette, the browns in this palette compared to the browns in the volume 4 palette. And the volume 3 palette definitely has more warmer browns in it, so you can kind of tell. I'm going to tilt them back for the lighting, but this one definitely has more orangey toned browns and warmer toned browns, while this one leans a little bit more neutral, and there's the cool tones over here, and then there's two that are pretty warm toned in this palette, but those are the difference between those two. But this is the completed first look. Now let's get into the second look. All right, jumping into the second look, I'm feeling very purpley with this one. So I'm gonna start off with C4. This shade is stunning and it's gonna be everywhere. So I'm gonna put this basically all over my eyelid, and then I'm gonna blend it out in a little bit, but I'm just gonna pack it on everywhere. And then I'm just gonna take that same shade on a blending brush and start blending them edges. And then as you guys can see, I did get a bit of fallout from that shade, so we're just gonna wipe that away. And then I'm also gonna work this underneath my lower lash line. I mean, you could honestly just stop right here, put a little liner on lashes, and call it a day. That's how pretty this shade is. But I'm gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna go a little dramatic with this. So, I mean, it's maybe two looks in one. But I'm gonna take E4, which is kind of a purpley brown burgundy shade. And I'm gonna start deepening up my outer corner with it, as well as my inner corner, and doing like a halo high. And I'm just gonna work on building this up, blending it out, and then I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of that C4 shade and just blending out the edges. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing to my lower lash line, adding that same shade to the outer corner and my inner corner. Now it's gonna be the tricky part. Is I'm gonna take the electric cake liners, and I'm gonna use the purple and the white. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk through this because this is gonna be difficult, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and explain what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start off with the purple one, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a wing with this purple liner. So once I got kind of a dramatic wing going on, I'm gonna take another purple line that I don't think I can do on camera, and I'm just gonna carry it over like my crease area. This took 10 years to do, but this is kind of what I was explaining. And now I'm gonna take the white eyeliner, and I'm basically gonna kind of do the same thing with like so with the white, I'm gonna try and look straight ahead, and I'm gonna kind of make the center a little lighter. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the top part and kind of just blend. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this on camera, but you guys get the idea. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I just went back and forth with the white and the purple to try and get them to blend. And then for my waterline, I used the Fenty Beauty Fly pencil in Chrome Wrecker because I wanted something a little white, but not like super white. So now that this liner has dried, I'm gonna take the shade C3, and I'm just gonna take it with my finger, and I'm gonna pat it in the center of my lid. This isn't giving me exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, this didn't add the pop that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna take the Extreme Frost by Jeffree Star, Choking on Ice. I'm gonna take that and put it in the center. Oh yeah, that gives me the pop that I was looking for. Isn't that a world of a difference? And then while I'm at it, I'm also gonna use this as my highlighter because these Extreme Frost are bomb, and I can't wait until he comes out with more. I still need to get the first 3 that he came out with, but I am obsessed with this one. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. All right, and this is the finished second look with the lashes and everything. For my lips, I used the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in Violet Fury, and I really like how this turned out. It was definitely out of my comfort zone. It was a little time consuming, but I am really happy with how it turned out. I am very monochromatically purple and I love it. I forgot to ask you guys this in the beginning of my video, but let me know in the comments which of the 3 looks were your favorite in the comments, and let's get on to the third and final look. All right, this is the last look. I'm thinking of going neutral. I love this little quad right here, so I'm gonna be focusing this look on that quad and trying to make this like a neutral, glamorous look. So I'm gonna start off with D1. This one's a little bit warmer, and I'm gonna put this in my crease, just softly blending it out. I really like this shade. I love shades that are a little different than like your basic browns, and I feel like that's why that little quad interests me so much, because it's not your basic brown shades, but it is at the same time. And then I'm also gonna run that same shade under my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade A4, and I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing with this shade, but I'm gonna put it a little bit in my outer corner, and then working it into my crease. Doing the same thing, I'm gonna put that same shade under my lower lash line, and then I'm just gonna go back in with that first shade and blend the edges, making it all nice and smooth. Then now I'm gonna take the shade B5, which is a lovely shade, and I'm gonna put this in my outer corner, and I'm gonna put it a little bit into my crease, not too much. I just kind of want to deepen up the like outer third of my eye. And then I'm gonna just go back and forth between all the shades and further blend everything out, making it nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna take B5 and just run it on the outer corner of my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade B4 and I'm gonna wet this shade, and I'm gonna put it on the center and like outer corner of my lid. This is a shade my mom would do backflips for. Then I'm gonna take the shade A5. I'm gonna take this one wet as well, and I'm gonna put this on the inner corner. Wow, what a pop. Look at that pop. Then I'm gonna take the shade B1 and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. And then I'm gonna take the shade D3 and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner. All right, I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. All right, and this is the third and final look with the Anastasia Volume 4 palette. I really like how this turned out. This is definitely like a really easy, everyday, but you still feel put together kind of a look. I don't know. I definitely wear this like on an everyday basis, but those are all my looks with the Anastasia Volume 4 palette. I tried to use every shade in this palette, and I also incorporated the cake liners. When I initially saw this palette, I wasn't really thinking I was gonna use these like neon eyeliners with this palette because it was so much of like a soft glam kind of a palette, but it was kind of hard for me not to use these eyeliners with this palette, to be completely honest. Like the purple look. I had so much fun, even though it was really hard to get the eyeliner even and everything on my eyes because my eyes are completely different shapes. I still had a lot of fun using the cake liners with this palette. So if you're wondering if you should get the cake liners with the Norvina palette, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with them. But that is it for this video. Again, let me know which of the 3 looks was your favorite in the comments. And if you guys haven't seen my initial review with the swatches over the Volume 4 palette, I'll have that video right over here for you guys. This video will be suggested to you by YouTube, and my face will be right here where you click on it and subscribe to my channel.